Okay, I'll be showing you how to insert a point cloud into AutoCAD. First, to start off, just to understand the stages of development of a point cloud, is the first stage is field work, where you will take your scanner into the field, scan the object of interest, take that scan data to pre-processing, which will be loading that scan data into your registration software, register the data, filter out any point cloud that you don't want, and then send it off to post-processing, which will be where you load that scan data in its various file formats into the design software, which could be AutoCAD in this case. Now, the various ways of inserting a point cloud into AutoCAD is by first indexing a PTS file in AutoCAD, or by attaching a RCP file from Recap, and Recap is a free software from Autodesk that you get with any purchase from Autodesk software that has a point cloud engine. And the last option is to attach an already indexed file format that is a PCG. Now, let's say you index a PTS in AutoCAD, it will be converted to a PCG file, which you can just go back, find the PCG file, attach it in AutoCAD. It's instant, it's quick, and there's no indexing. But we would rather prefer if you use RCP files, because with PCG files, what happens is you'll be drawing, you'll select your point cloud and drawing on your point cloud, and what will happen is your selection will jump to the back for no reason. It's called ghost points. Now, it's when 2 points line up, so you want to select the front one and the back one gets selected. Now, with RCP files, that doesn't happen. Autodesk has found a way to eliminate that ghost points of ever occurring. Okay, let's move over to Recap. Okay, we'll say new project, don't save. Okay, now this is what you'll see when you say new project. Now let's go and select our scan files. We'll say point cloud, tutorial point cloud. So open, and you'll see there it's loaded our PTS. Now you can add more point clouds. There you go, you can delete them. But for now we'll start with one and continue on. You say next, it'll bring up the choose import settings, where you can apply the settings you do to all scans or single scan. Here at noise filter, you can filter out noise that removes weak point clouds from objects that you are modeling to. Go to clipping, where it clips intensity, it cuts off a certain amount of points if they're not at a certain intensity. Text import, we're not going to be working with that. Decimation grid, it's normally set to 5 millimeters, but in this case we'll set it to 0. We don't want to lose any detail. And then coordinate system we'll not be working in. So when all your settings are set up right and you're happy with what you've got, you say start import. And then it starts indexing this PTS file to a RCS file. Now that's the scan file a Recap uses to open up in its model space. Now you can see here's the percentage of completion bar. It's going down. And over here it shows you the duration of the processing of the first scan we've loaded. Now because we've loaded only one scan, the time for to process the first scan and to process all scans are exactly the same. Now you can see it takes quite a while, and in this case it's just one point cloud reloading. Our point cloud is loaded at 100% complete. You get a check marker there, and then you can say launch project. There we go. It's just opened up our point cloud in Recap, and this is what it looks like at first. Now this one's black because it's always set on RGB colors. Now because we didn't scan and do imagery at the same time, we didn't get real world colors in here. So I'll show you what the other point colors look like. You get elevation, which is a zero elevation map. So your height and certain things there, they show you at what height is what color. You can move on to intensity. We mostly work in intensity. It's a great form of color, and you can see and visualize a lot of the things like steel profiles and all of these things in Insensity, where it also shows you the percentage of intensity as well. You get point normals, which normals are small hairs that point in the direction where the scan was done from. Now you can see each color represents a different set of point normals. Now you get all these nice colors here, and then you get scan location. But because this point cloud was unified, all the scan locations are merged into one. That's why this point cloud is one color. Now if we had not unified this point cloud, you would see it in different colors. It would almost look like this for normals. But yeah, let's go back to intensity. So we got our point cloud here. We can see all our lovely detail and change settings of the visual aspects. Now we can change the point display, which has been set to 1. We can increase it, and as you can see, as I increase it, the points get larger. So let's set the points to 1. Then we go to the toggle user interface elements. We can put annotation and measure off. We can put perspective off. But the problem with putting perspective off, it starts clipping the point cloud. As you can see, it'll start here. It'll cut away the point cloud as you move in. So for just general looking around, we'll keep with perspective. We can see everything and get a great perspective of the point cloud. So moving on, all our tools, our navigation, which is there, our navigation tips, our grid system, our view cube, and undo and redo. So now we've got our point cloud and we want to take it into AutoCAD. Because this has already been indexed into RCS file, we can go and say save as, and then we'll get RCP. Select this, and then you'll see here it says RCP file. So let's save, and then we close this, open up AutoCAD, and then we can go insert, attach, and select trans tower. So okay, and this is what you will get. It'll pop in place just like this. No hassles, no issues, nothing. But if you don't want to do an RCP file, you can go insert, create point cloud, go into my folder there, select the trans, my file there, and then you can index the file from PTS to PCG. Now if you want to find a PCG in future reference, go to your save new point cloud, browse, and we would go to where all our things are saved. Go there, go to my ports, PTS, recap. So okay, now my PCG will be saved in the destination folder of my choice, and then you can say create. And then this little window will pop up saying creating point cloud in background. You can continue to work and will be notified when the point cloud is created. You can click on create point cloud again and it will show you what the progress of the point cloud. And at the moment it's still processing, and it takes quite a time to index a PTS into a PCG. So just for your sake, I'll speed this up for you guys. You'll see while it's processing the point cloud, the PTS file, it will show a progress report there, and it will show you in percentage how far it is from completing this whole PTS. Now as you can see, it moves along quite slowly, and that's why we prefer indexing it in recap. Recap does it quicker. Index it, create a RCP file, and just attach it. It's instant, it's there, and you can go on and model your as-built or do design work in your point cloud. Now as you can see, it's almost finished. So as soon as it's finished, it'll say creating, and then here up here, click to attach will pop up, and AutoCAD will tell you one point cloud ready to be attached. So then you go click to attach. This little attach point cloud window will jump up, where you can specify the scale. Now let's say the service provider works in meters, then you have to scale it by 1000 to get it to millimeters. You can go insertion point. You go specify on screen, but we don't want that. We want it in its original coordinates, so we'll leave this at 0, 0, 0. And then you can lock the point cloud, but we don't want to. If you want to move the point cloud, it's your choice. So that's why we don't lock the point cloud. We'll have to reinsert the point cloud to undo this lock the point cloud system. Zoom to point cloud is quite nice. As soon as it's inserted, it'll zoom to that point cloud. You can look at it and view it, see if everything is right. Now, because I already have a point cloud inserted over there, I'm not going to say OK, but you guys can say OK. I'm going to go cancel. Now, I'll show you how to insert a point cloud by attaching a PCG. Now, here you'll see a file of type. Here's my RCP file. It prefers this because it corresponds with the software a lot better. But you can go here, click PCG, and there you see my PCG has been created. So open, and the attach point cloud will come up again. Same scenario, scale, specify insertion point, lock point cloud. But you can say OK, but I'm going to say cancel. I've already got a point cloud inserted. So there you go. That's how quick and easy it is to get a point cloud into AutoCAD, and to use it is just as easy. Nothing to it. And thank you for watching.